Hello everyone! Nagbabalik muli si Teacher Karen para sa panibago nating lesson. Sana ay matapos ninyo ang video na ito para maintindihan nyo ang lesson natin ngayon. So, ang topic po natin ngayon is all about properties of linear inequalities in one variable. What are those properties? So, properties of linear inequalities, number 1 is addition property of inequality or API. Next, subtraction property of inequality or SPI. Multiplication property of inequality or MPI. Number 4, division property of inequality or DPI. Next, number 5, transitive property of inequality. Number 6, comparison property of inequality. Okay, so we will explain it one by one. So number 1 is addition property of inequality. So meaning that is if x is less than y, then x plus z is less than y plus z. If x is greater than y, then x plus z is greater than y plus z. So meaning, nag-add pagka daw ang x ay mas mababa sa y, then nag-add parehas both side ng z, that will be magiging true yung statement. Okay, if yung x naman is greater than y, ganun din, nag-add din siya both sides. So, yun yung importante sa addition property of inequality. Nag-add siya both sides. For example, we have, suppose Sylvia's weight is less than Jennifer's weight. Then, Sylvia's weight plus 4 is less than Jennifer's weight plus 4. So, meaning, nag-add sila ng plus 4 both sides. Nag-add ng plus 4 kay Jennifer at nag-add ng plus 4 kay Sylvia. For example, we have 1 is less than 4. Ayan. So, ito yung 1 at ito yung 4. Tapos less than ginamit. So, nag-add sila parehas ng plus or positive 6. So, kapag nag-add both sides, that will be addition property of inequality. So, tingnan natin kapag sinagutan natin siya, ay magiging true. Sigurahin muna natin. Okay, so 1 plus 7 is less than 4 plus 6. So, 1 plus 7 is equal to 7. And then less than 4 plus 6, that is 10. So, this is true kasi yung 7 is less than 10. The next one, or the second one, is subtraction property of inequality. If x is less than y, then both sides, nag-subtract tayo ng z. So, ganun din yung if x is greater than y, then nag-subtract din ng z. So, meaning both sides and subtract, that will be subtraction property of inequality. For example, we have Sylvia's and Jennifer's weight. Then, si Sylvia nag-minus ng 3 and then si Jennifer nag-minus din ng 3. So, both sides nag-minus or nag-subtract. So, meaning, gumamit tayo ng subtraction property of inequality. Pero dapat, mas mababa yung weight ni Sylvia kaysa kay Jennifer. Kasi kung hindi siya magiging true. For example, we have 4 less than 8. So, yung 4 mas maliit sa 8. Ngayon, nag-subtract siya both sides ng 3. So, tingnan natin kung magto-true. 4 minus 3, that will be 1. Less than 8 minus 3, that is 5. So, this is true. 1 is less than 5. Next, multiplication property of inequality. So, z is greater than 0. So, dapat daw yung z is mas mataas sa 0. Yung equivalent ng z ay mas mataas sa 0. Ano ba yun? 1, 2, 3, yung whole numbers. Then, if x and y, yung x daw is less than sa y, or and z is greater than 0, then xz is less than yz. Kapag sa algebra kasi, kapag magkadikit na yung variables, that will be multiplication. So, x times z is less than y times z, or xz is less than yz. So, ganun din, kapag naging greater than naman to, z is greater than 0, if x is greater than y, then z is greater than 0, then xz is greater than yz. For example, we have, suppose 2 is less than 5. So, true naman yun. Mas mababa si 2 kaysa 5. Then, nag-multiply siya ng 10. So, kung notice nyo, ang value ni z ay 10. So, that is greater than 0. So, 10 is greater than 0. So, ilagay natin siya dito. So, 2 at saka si 5, si 2 less than kay 5, and then nag-multiply both sides ng 10. Kasi siya yung value ni z. So, for example, this is x less than y. Tapos ito si x at ito si y. So, yung ang minultiply nila both sides, that will be z. Nag-multiply both sides. Yan. Meaning that is multiplication property of inequality. So, 2 times 10, that will be 20. Less than 5 times 10, that will be 50. So, this is true. Next one is division property of inequality. So, if x is less than y and z is greater than 0, then x divided by z, kasi pag fraction, automatic that is division. So, x divided by z is less than y divided by z. Ganun din, kapag ang x is greater than y, then z is greater than 0, then x divided by z is greater than y divided by z. Kailangan dito pa lang, true na, para pagdating dito, true pa rin. Okay? Next, sample. Supposed to be we have 2 less than 4. Then, 2 divided by 2, kasi ang value ni x is 2, and then ang value ni y is 4, and then ang value ni z is 2 din. So, 2 divided by 2 is less than 4 divided by 2. So, that will be 1 less than 2. So, this is true. Next, transitive property of inequality. So, if x is less than y and y is less than z, meaning x and z, x is less than z. Kung mapapansin ninyo, sunod-sunod lang siya x, y, z. And then, kapag lahat sila, si x daw is less than y, and then si y is less than z, basta paliit mula kay x hanggang kay y, mas maliit si z, meaning si x is less than z. So, ibig sabihin, mas maliit si z, si x kaysa kay z. So, ganun din kapag x is greater than y, and then y is greater than z, then x is greater than z. So, kung dito sa less than, si x ang pinakamaliit. And dito naman sa greater than, si x ang pinakamalaki. Okay? Sa kanilang tatlo. So, we have here, supposed to be, we have 10 greater than 5, and then 5 is greater than 2. Then, 10 is greater than 2. Okay? Ibig sabihin, napag-partner na natin sa dalawa tong 5, kaya naging dalawa siya. So, sila na lang tira sa dulo, and then yun yung ilalagay mo rito. So, kapag nagtama sila, 10 is greater than 2, which is true, your answer is correct. So, for example, we have here 5 less than 10, and then 10 is less than 20. Meaning, ang pinakamababa nyo is si X. Nasa gitna si Y. Ang pinakamataas ay si Z. Okay, then, 5, kasi ito may partner na silang dalawa. So, ito na ngayon ito partner mo, yung unahan at saka yung hulihan. So, 5 is less than 20. So, tama siya. Next, number 6. Comparison property of inequality. If X is equal to Y plus Z and Z is greater than 0, then X is greater than Z. Tingnan natin. Supposed to be we have ito yung X, ito yung Y, and then ito yung Z. So, kapag pinag-equal mo sila, ay pag pinag-add mo to si 4 at saka si 2, i-equal siya dito kay X. Then, 6 is greater than 4. So, si X and Y ang kinompare dito. Kasi, inad lang si Z para mag-equal sila. Pero actually, kapag walang inad na 2 dito, si 6 ay mas mataas kay 4. For example, we have 4 is equal to 6 minus 2. Okay. So, kung wala itong minus 2, ito yung i-compare mo. Si X at si Y, which is 4 and 3. So, meaning that is less than. Kasi mas mababa si 4 kaysa kay 6. So, let us exercise. Okay, identify the property of inequality. For example, we have number 1, x plus 11 is greater than or equal to 23. So, that will be the given. And then, kung nag-add tayo both sides, kasi nga si 11, kailangan mapunta siya dito kay katabi ni 23. So, mag-a-add tayo na opposite niya, which is negative 11. So, nag-add ka both sides. So, meaning, that is addition property. So, ito, makakancelled na to. X and then greater than 12 plus negative 11, that will be positive. Okay, next. Number 2, 5x is less than negative 15. So, that will be the given. And then, yung 5x hihiwalay kay negative 15. So, hindi naman sila pwedeng maglipat kasi nasa pwesto na sila. So, gagawin natin, i-multiply natin sila dun sa opposite ni 5x, which is, kasi 5 over 1 to. So, kapag kabaliktaran yan, ibabaliktaran niya lang, i-reciprocal. So, that will be 1/5. Okay? Para wala na yung 5 sa tabi ni x. So, dito, ganun din. So, nag-multiply ka both sides. Yan, nag-multiply ka both sides, that will be multiplication property. So, sasagutin natin. So, cancel na yung 5. That is x na lang. And then, less than negative 15 divided by 5. And then, 5 divided by 5. So, that will be 1. And then, negative 3. Okay, next. Negative 3 times 1. That is negative 3 over 1. Okay, that is negative 3. Next. Ito yung another way para masagutan yung kanina. Number 2, this is the given, 5x is less than negative 15. So, kanina nag-multiply tayo. Ngayon, pwede natin siyang i-divide kung ano yung katabing number ni x, which is 5. Ayan. So, nag-divide tayo both sides. That will be division property. So, ito, 5 divided by 5, that is 1 or x na lang. And then, less than, negative 15 divided by 5, that is negative 2. So, things to remember, properties of linear inequalities, we have 5, addition property, subtraction property, multiplication property, division property, transitive property, and comparison property. Sa addition property, nag-add ka both sides. Sa subtraction, ganun din. Multiplication, ganun din. At division property, ganun din. Nag-subtract ka both sides, nag-multiply ka both sides, and nag-divide ka both sides. Sa ang transitive naman, kino-compare mo sila lahat. So, ibig sabihin kung ang value ni x ay mas maliit kay y, and then si y mas maliit kay z. So, meaning that is transitive property. Sa comparison, ganun din, kino-compare yung dalawang inequalities. So, that's all. Thank you and God bless. Keep safe.